All right, so we are here today at the Welcome Wagon of the Upstate, the Travelers Rest Farmers Market. So during this video, you're going to not only get a first-hand experience of what the farmers market is like, but also you're going to get questions answered about why, honestly, just buying local and being here in the Upstate is so cool. So I have a super cool guest that we're going to bring into the video, and let's go meet her. The one, the only Jessica Mullen. Jessica, you've been a part of the farmers market for how long?
This is my 4th year and my 3rd year full time, but the market is actually 15 years old, so I'm kind of new here compared to how long the market's been here.
I mean, I've been coming to the market for the last decade. What would you say has kind of contributed to the growth of the Travelers Rest Farmers Market?
Well, there's just a huge value for shopping and supporting local in the Upstate, and so a lot of people who are new to town, like the first place that they come is here. They just want to connect, they want to meet with other vendors and farmers, so that's one of the reasons that our market has grown so fast, because the area is growing. This year we actually have our largest ever vendor pool of farmers, which is 39, and I know last year we supported just over 1,500 acres of farmland in the Upstate, which is kind of cool that all of that is supported through what people get to do and shop here on Saturdays. One of my favorite fun facts about our farmers is that 48% of them farm on 2 acres or less. We have some more traditional farmers as well, but a lot of our farmers are regenerative farmers, which means they practice organic practices and they're doing more with less. And sometimes I very informally call them YouTube farmers, because they're first generation. This wasn't passed down to them, but they're picking it up and it's something they're really passionate about. Yeah. So even if they have to go on YouTube and learn things that way.
Did you hear that? They go on YouTube and they find things that way.
Yeah. One thing about our market that makes it unique is that we're a producer's market, so that means that we don't do wholesale or resale. And so we actually have a rule that everything that you buy at the market is actually made or grown within 50 miles of the market. And there's 2 exceptions to that. One of them is the seafood vendor, because the coast is more than 50 miles away. And the other one is a maple syrup vendor, because we don't do that here. So they bring that from Pennsylvania. His dad owns a farm there. But everything else that you buy here is distinctly South Carolinian.
Yeah, and I know that the area in general is just, people here love to support local. You guys had the farmers market throughout the lockdown and so on, right?
Correct. We continued operating through the pandemic in 2020 and 2021. And we actually saw a lot of growth during that time, because I think all over the country people were just valuing local more. Yeah. But one of my favorite statistics about the market is that we've had 14 of our vendors go on to open storefronts. So I never realized before I started working at the farmers market that it's actually a huge part of helping people move from hobby to side gig to full-time chasing their dreams, and so it's really fun to get to watch these small businesses develop that way here.
That is so cool. And this isn't the only farmers market here in the Upstate, but I do have to put in a plug here, because there's a big deal happening with the Travelers Rest Farmers Market. Isn't there some sort of competition or something we're a part of?
There's something that's kind of like the All-Stars in the MLB, where you vote for the best. There's a similar thing put on by the American Farmland Trust, which is America's favorite farmers market contest. And 2 years ago, we got 1st in the state and 8th in the Southeast, 33rd in the country. So I don't think a lot of people even locally understand that this is really one of the better farmers markets in the country. But this year we're trying to take back the throne after we got dethroned last year in South Carolina. So we're trying to get #1 again.
Because we're just a little competitive. Is there anything else that somebody would just have to know about whenever they come here, or anything else that maybe we have missed?
One can't miss event that we have coming up at the end of July. It's a big tradition. Every year we do the tomato sandwich taste-off, and that is always the last Saturday in July. So we have 8 local chefs make their best tomato sandwich. So if you're not from the South, that's a Southern staple. And so we will be doing that the last Saturday in July, and you're welcome to come on out and try it.
Let's go check out the market, y'all.
Let's go. Wild Goods Foraging. They're a new vendor with us this year, but I didn't realize how privileged we are to have them. The truffles that he finds only exist certain places in the Appalachian Mountains. So it's actually kind of legendary culinary wise.
What's your favorite part of the farmer's market?
Ooh, popsicles.
Popsicles from where?
Oh, Common Pops.
I'm gonna do up a fresh pot if you want to watch me do that real quick. Yeah.
I mean, we won't say no to a fresh pot of grits.
Have you ever gotten to get your ingredients from Wild Goods? Didn't you say you partnered with him a couple weeks ago?
Oh yeah, so he's been giving me all kind of random stuff he finds out, all the mushrooms he forages.
Yeah.
So the mushroom broth today was made with wild foraged mushrooms from him. But he had like a bunch of wild woodier mushrooms, which are actually kind of fibrous, but they make great stock. So this is all mushroom stock, mushroom broth made with his wild mushrooms.
You might not know this, just running into him at the market, but he was actually a semifinalist for Best Chef Southeast in 2019 by the James Beard Foundation. But he's just like so great. He just wanted to, be with the people, make them shrimp and grits. Like, we got some good food at the market. We're eating good here. So here we are at Red Clay Soap. They are actually our longest running vendor that have been with us since the beginning of the market. So
15 years.
yeah, back when our market started at Sunrift Adventures in 2008, we had 6 vendors, and only one of them is still with us every week, and that's Red Clay Soap.
What we've seen change is tremendous growth and community support. Because we started when it was at Bose Fields. Wow, how many years ago when it would be like John and I and maybe 3 other people, rain or shine, hoping people would come by and get some milk or some produce or some meat. And we just kind of hung in there until the pendulum swung to everybody wants local. And it's a community involvement now like I've never seen before. And it's just growing everywhere. Everybody wants to know their local farmer. Everybody wants to know where their food comes from. Yeah. Everybody wants to really eat whole foods. It's a movement that I think is unstoppable. So it's an exciting time to be a farmer. It really is.
It smells so good. And clean. Have you been local here for a while?
I just moved back to Greenville last October.
Okay.
So yeah,
Where'd you move from?
from West Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah, but I am a Greenville native.
okay.
So yeah, so I just moved back.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
They can't stay away from us.
Everybody comes
That's
back.
right.
Everybody comes back. So.
That was amazing. There is so much more that we could show you with the market here. So make sure you plan your trip over the summertime. Come visit the TR Farmers Market because obviously it's a really cool place and offers so much. Go watch our other Travelers Rest videos so you can know kind of what's around the neighborhoods and check it out. Totally biased. I think this is the best place in the country. See you next time.